Blessed is the man that worketh not in the counsel of the heathen, nor sitteth in the seat that is scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in this law that see ideated sunrise and sundown. Him a go there like a tree planted by the rivers of water that bringeth fruit in his season. Him leaf never a go wither, and whatsoever him doeth shall prosper. Joy! Well, this is by way of welcoming ourselves into the comfort of your homes. This is by way of saying it's time for the Black Pot, aka Kukushunamo, where we speak truth to power. Now remember, we normally don't like to criticize. If we must criticize, we would only criticize to build and not to destroy. It's all in the service of the Most High God. Yes! Remember that it's all about our country, our land, our people. We want to see it developed. And it's our duty not to be spectators, but be actively involved. My name, Blakk Rasta, and this is the Black Pot, where we speak truth to power. Now today we have so many things to talk about. I'm going to begin with this important thing. Now I know that there is no angel called Angel Duncan. Hey! Now in Ghana, so many different modern day angels have come. At least we have Angel Obinim. There's another one who says he's also an angel. And many more so-called preachers, men of God, are calling themselves angels. My brother, Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams has come out to speak. And he says there's not even one angel in the church. And he says he himself is work in progress. Now he goes on to add that, hey, even in the church, apart from the fact that we all are sick, any Christian who believes that an anointed man of God or a man full of gifts is an angel, that means you have a spiritual problem. Now, my brother, my sister, if we all would listen to Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams say some of these interesting things, we would have a better country. Why would we have a better country? Listen, man. Everybody is talking about religion in this country. Look how men of God have made people bring cutlasses to church. We have seen the so-called angels, like bleach-faced Angel Obinim, standing on top of a pregnant woman's belly, all in the name of his angelic powers. Now, if you go to the church of this guy, he has a very big painting of him with some wings behind him because he says he's reached the status of an angel. And there are some so-called men of God who believe and are attesting to the fact that he's truly an angel. My brother, my sister, we all know that the visitation of an angel is a very important thing. We remember how the angel visited Mary and she had glad tidings. We all know that, as the Bible tells us and some other religious books, anytime you encounter an angel, then you have encountered a very important something. If Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams, a man who was born in 1957, before charismatism came into this country, he went all the way to Nigeria, excavated it from wherever he found it, brought it over 20 years ago and gave to the people of this country. So he became the father of charismatism, or the father of the charismatic church in Ghana. Speaking in tongues, vigorously fighting the demon, throwing your arms around, fighting the demon with cutlasses and things, olive oil, or better still, anointing oil. Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams started it all here. That is why they call him the father of charismatism right here in Ghana. He says he himself is sick. He says that he himself is work in progress. Any Christian who believes there's an angel in the church is only having a big problem, and that problem is a problem that could only be healed by God. My brother, my sister, if we listen to this man, we don't need a president in this country. We don't need a finance minister. At least these words are telling us that we truly have so much problems amongst us. Do you know the percentage of Ghanaians who are so religious? Do you know how many Ghanaians will slaughter their mothers and fathers all because some bleach-faced angel in some church tells them that they are witches and wizards? Do you know how much money is raised by the church every time? In fact, Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams alone has over 250 branches all over. And he has over 2,000 affiliates all over the world. He became the first African to be at an American president's inauguration, where he spoke in tongues and bound the devil in America. In fact, his wife that he's married to right now, Rosa Whittaker, he brought all the way from America, and she was also a worker in the White House. This is a man of power and good taste. He comes to tell you he's sick, that don't see him as an angel. He comes to tell you that he himself is work in progress. We have criticized this man night and day. Everybody knows Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams, right? Remember when he prayed for the city to stabilize? Remember when with tongues, hard-speaking, radical tongues, he tried to stabilize the Ghana city against the American dollar. He failed. My brother, my sister, remember that he has a golden toilet in his church where only him goes to sit. We have also heard stories about him flying around the world, my brother, my sister, interestingly, in chartered flights with his church members. Where is all this money coming from? Of course, from the 200 branches, 2,000 affiliations around the world. Tithes. People pay tithes. People give offerings. People give gifts. And so on and so forth. The man says that he himself is work in progress. What do you think about the bleach-faced angel in your church? What do you think about that man who tells you, do not read, do not write any examination. Olive oil on your tongue is enough to make you prosper. How many of them tell you you can never make it until it's your time, so go sleep and wait for your time? How many of them tell you to go sleep in the forest until an angel comes down to lead you into your destiny? Just be in the forest sleeping amongst the mosquitoes. Religion is a big problem in our country. And if we would have the Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams talking to us like this, at least some of us would embrace reality. Some of us would embrace proper knowledge and proper wisdom. It took Archbishop Duncan Williams so long to come out with this message. But if a man can pray to have the city stabilized, same man comes to tell you there is no angel in the church. The same man who could have told the people that, listen, production, goods and services will be the only thing that will be able to keep the city there. No matter how much you pray, if you have stupid pot-bellied leaders, if you have assholes running the government, you can blow tongues from here to heaven, from Jerusalem to Jericho. Hey, you can be born again as many times as possible, but remember never to die until you have wise leaders and not pot-bellied assholes in power. You hear me? Today I want to congratulate you, Archbishop Duncan Williams. And I want to say that you are a very wonderful man. But do you still have that golden toilet seat that you go to do your things in? Did I hear that it costs $1 million American dollars? Toilet seat. Is it still there? Are you still flying chartered flights when your church members walk to church? Are you still telling them to believe in the pie in the sky? Oh, I want to believe that this new message of there's no angel in the church, we all are sick, is not only a gimmick to fight competition. Because these days, everybody's running to the prophets. Everybody is running to the prophets. And those who are not prophets, maybe for business reasons, they would find a way of making nonsense out of the so-called prophetic. My brother, my sister, this is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo, and I'm most excited to be with you. I want to deal with the next topic. I'm going all the way to the Ashanti region, where there's a man called Odinihu Kweku Apia. Now, Odinihu Kweku Apia is an NPP aspirant for the chairmanship in the Ashanti region. He has spoken, and it's so interesting. You know what he's saying? He's saying that the Ashanti region, NPP, needs new brains. Hey, is he trying to say that those who are there have old brains? Or they are brainwashed? He would not be far from right. Now, who is the chairman of the NPP in the Ashanti region? Chairman Wontumi. You all know Chairman Wontumi, don't you know? Don't you know him? You do. The man who comes on TV with gold, showing people how much gold he has. The man who is a galamsey kingpin, whilst we have excavators being bent, he is flamboyantly, my God, exposing his plumes like a peacock, sitting in his galamsey excavators, picking up the gold and making so much money out of that. My brother, my sister, if you don't have enough clues, can I give you more? The man who recently said he was going to buy Chelsea, 3.1 billion pounds. That is more than enough to pay for the e-levy that we need for 3 years and even have change for some KVIPs and some boreholes in Pesingpe and Duri Gaga, Gaga Duri Zabre Gaga. This is the man we're talking about. His party is so jaundiced. Yet he has all the money. The money that the president is seeking to have in the e-levy. Chairman Wontumi has it. And he is the Ashanti regional chairman of the MPP. Now, Odinihu Kweku Apia says, these old mines must be cut off and thrown away. They've thrown the party into disarray. He says that the NDC is gaining strong grounds, even in the Ashanti region, which is known hitherto to be the stronghold of the NPP. In fact, in a press conference, he said, we are suffering because of old brains. We are suffering because of ineptitude behavior. And we need the party to be reorganized in the Ashanti region. Chairman Wontumi, there are many people who do not like this man, including some former MPs and some other people who have said they have so much regretted putting him there as the chairman. Hallelujah. So, Chairman Wontumi, where do you stand? With all the money you claim you have, with the boisterous braggadocio, tell me now, where do you stand? This man said he wanted to buy Chelsea. Now, all of a sudden, I'm hearing around that, oh, he says he was joking. Joking with who? Are you crazy? Are you crazy? We are living in a country and we are dying from your president's foolish behavior. We are living in a country, all of us are going down the drain. Our children are dying. Our mothers, our wives cannot have any proper health services. They lie down on the floor and make their babies. And you are joking with me. You don't respect, eh? You don't respect. You are joking with me. You are joking with me. That you have this and you want to blow it away when we are suffering. It is your government that is in power. You are serving in the party's office, in its stronghold in the Ashanti region. You are part of the pillar that is ruling this country. And if all the people are crying, if everything has fallen down, then you come and tease us that you have this. If you don't have it, it's almost like saying, Muna mo ble. Muna mo ble. Like they say it around, Muna mo ble. What the heck is happening? I do not like this party. I do not like this president. I do not like his greedy people around him. But Odinuhu Kwekwapia, you have spoken sense. Odinuhu Kwekwapia, get these old brainwashed, archaic, stereotyped brains out of the place and get into it. As for Chairman Wontumi, if you continue playing the fool, trust me, you are going to step on some raw nerves. Because when people are hungry, ubun chefu. Ekom diwa, ubun chefu. Take it as a lesson. I wish you guys all the best. This is the Black Pot, aka Kuku Show them where we speak truth to power. Hey, some time ago there was a man who told us that, that he is a bull. Bull. He works like the bull. And when he works like the bull, he pays his taxes like the bull. Ha! Very, very powerful man who was part of Occupy Ghana. They were out there on demonstrations. On the 1st of July, there was a demonstration in 2024. He was part of it. He wanted to see a better Ghana. That was in the days of John Mahama. Now, all of a sudden, some people say he's so quiet. Is it that things have become nice for him? Or is he part of the Achim Mafia? What is really happening? Who is this guy? That's him. Ace Ankomah. Now, how many of you know Ace Ankomah? Well, Ace Ankomah, my brother, my sister, was born in November 1967. Hallelujah. November 1967, and he was born in Tema. His father comes all the way from Biriwa, in the Fanti areas of the central region. And his mother is from Achim Hachiase. Oh, so there is some Achim somewhere, right? Hear me now. Ace Ankomah became a lawyer at the age of 24. And he taught in the Ghana Law School for 15 solid years. In fact, he replaced ADDO when ADDO came out to become something else. You all know the story. So Ace Ankomah has taught law for 15 solid years. In fact, the CI 102 that was written somewhere in 2015, 2016, he wrote it himself and put it in the Constitution of Ghana. According to him, he did not charge a penny. Hey, Ace Ankomah was so fierce when it came to going out to demonstrate and talk about getting better conditions. I placed a call to Ace Ankomah and we spoke. I asked him, Ace Ankomah, there's a pretty lady. Her name is Beatrice Annan. She is a lawyer and also part of the NDC, the opposition. So, don't tell me about this person. What is she saying? I said, she says, you are no longer that bull that you claim to be in the days of Mahama. And that you are nothing but a dove. You used to work like a bull. Now you work like a meek dove. You have been silenced in the days of Nana Akufo-Addo. Or are you part of the Achim Mafioso? And Ace Ankomah has this thing to tell this woman. Ace Ankomah said, bring her achievements on one side and put my achievements on the other side. I said I work like the bull and I pay taxes like the bull. Ask her How much taxes is she paying? If I tell you how much taxes I'm paying, you would collapse from Koko Bilibili. My brother, my sister, is Ankomah taught people like James Ajenim Boateng in the law school. Taught people like Dominic Ayeni, Jean Mensah, and many others from his 15 years of teaching right there in the law school. Ankomah has this to say. Listen, I am not quiet. I am growing. I am 54 going into 55 now. I might not have that energy to go out there and be on the streets and be talking. In fact, that's why I have children. It is not important for me to go out and compete and argue with my children's mates. I still go to court. Tell me which one of them has gone to court to fight this government in power. Ankomah says he's still that unhappy bull. Ankomah says he's still that unhappy bull. Very unhappy, wild. He doesn't like this government. Neither has he ever liked the other governments that came before this one. He said, when they started burning the excavators, I was so mad and angry. We wrote to the president and warned the president and said, this thing that you are doing is illegal, it doesn't make sense. It's silly. All these excavators that you're burning, why don't you collect them even if it is 200? Take them to the Koli Lagoon. Let them desilt the whole place. Wouldn't that make more sense than you touching them? And according to Ace, the president listened. And now, the excavator burning stopped. He also talked about Aisha Huang. You all remember the Galamsey queen. The queen who brought prostitutes from China and gave to some kingpins in our political arena. Because Ghanaians never really respect what they have, you know. They are tired with the black woman something. So they want the Chinese something. In fact, they are tired of hearing Ghanaian mourning. They want to hear Chinese mourning and sexual ecstasy. So they followed Aisha Huang and her prostitutes. While she gave them the prostitutes, she videotaped them. Big wigs, according to Kukubakun. And she was on her Galamsey spree. Nobody could touch her. Any minister of state that tried to cough, Aisha Huang said, hey, I have your video. I will play your video. And they went quiet. Hey! When the matter came out, according to Ankomah, they just wanted to find her something small and let her off the hook. That's the government in power. But he wrote to the president again in the name of Occupy Ghana and said, hey, what kind of punishment are you going to give to this woman? That doesn't make sense. Punish her the more. She was going to jail, but according to Ace, they realized that the jail term would be so long. So they decided to send her to China so that she would be in jail over there. Ish. Sir, big question. Is Aisha Huang in jail in China? Hey, listen, listen. She was going to have a long jail term in Ghana. Because of that, maybe the jailhouses here are choked. No space. Too much punishment for a Chinese person. Our jailhouses here are not good enough for people like that. Their skin is too delicate. Or maybe we have no food to feed them. So send her to China to go to jail there. Listen, they put her in first-class aircrafts. Fed her like a fattened pig 18 times before she arrived in Guangzhou. And when she arrived, there was pomp and pageantry. Chinese people coming around her, beating drums and singing, Tachi mi chacho, PCI shefu, fua shefu fua, fua shefu fua. They sang around her, embracing and clapping exploits. Is Aisha Huang in jail? In China? No. Asha Huang is not in jail in China. Asha Huang is chilling in China. Just after that, she sent her cousin, Helena Huang, to also come and insult us, steal our rosewood, insult us, and she never went to jail. What did the brainless, what's his name, that man who was our finance minister, or Siadeyo, or Yadeyo, that man, I don't even remember his name. What did he say? It won't pay our bills if we jail them. Was it a truce? Was it a kind of agreement between China and Ghana? Oh, send the prisoner over to us. We will give you money to build some hen coops. Was that what it was? My brother, my sister, this is the Black Port. And it's so interesting that Asha Huang is still free. Helena Huang is free. How many more Huangs are coming to this country? In fact, Ankomah has achieved a lot. But Ankomah is saying he's still that angry bull, fighting Ghana, bad leaders, to be able to keep this country afloat. We'll go deeper into the Ankomah thing, but in the interim, he says he has gone off the demonstration routes. He pays money to go to court and get the Attorney General and the Auditor General save Ghana money. There was a time 11 billion Ghana cedis would have gone down the drain. He said he went to court and they realized that some part of the money had been paid already by the Ghanaian government. And therefore, the debt burden was not 11 billion. It was actually 6 billion. So they saved Ghana 5 billion. My brother, my sister, this is the Black Pot, aka Kukushunumo, where we speak truth to power. And my name, Blakk Rasta. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushunumo, and this is where we speak truth to power. My name, Blakk Rasta. We have many more things to look at. I want to look at the Ghana airport. Hey, when Nigerians come to Ghana, they are bewildered at the way our airport looks. So beautiful, so serene. Modern airport. My brother, my sister, it was built by President Mahama, I was told. Then all of a sudden, even when the inauguration of the airport came, he was not invited. Then we heard that there was some water that came in and inundated the place because the drainage system there was poor. Then a minister of aviation with no brains, I think it's called something ADDO, came out and told us, oh, it's one of the poorest airports in the world in terms of security. We have how many potholes in there in terms of security potholes? Listen, at a time that people are fighting to keep away terrorists from our airports and from our borders, a minister of aviation, one Mr. ADDO, comes out to tell the whole world, hey, listen, hear me. Hey, listen, hey, our Ghana airport has so many security lapses. What are you doing? You are encouraging tourists to come, or you are encouraging terrorists to come. How are we going to benefit from the fact that there are how many security loopholes in your airport? But it looks like what ADDO said encouraged some other foolishness to continue. Hey, my brother, my sister, this is the Black Port. Now, the Ghana airport is in darkness. Why is it in darkness? Because they owe electricity. My brother, in the days when we are doing meters that will not allow you to consume electricity unless you pay in advance. How do they call that? Prepaid meters, right? Me as a poultry farmer, me as a fish seller, me as a kaya in my house, I don't consume electricity that I've not prepaid for. Now the whole Ghana airport, owned by the people and government of Ghana, can consume electricity to the tune of 49 million Ghana cedis. And now electricity company goes there to say, hey, you owe us so much money. We need the money to be able to continue with our activities. Or else there will be dumso in all these areas. And in Kumasi, there will be Kaniafui. Asante would have darkness. And if Asante has 1 second of darkness, Ghana won't sleep. He will tell everybody around the world that his whole place is in darkness. And he has his own balance for that. Kaniafui is what he says. We say dumso. So electricity company comes. We will only have a certain agreement with you if you are able to pay 50% of how much you owe. 49 million Ghana cedis divided by 2. Pay what you can pay. Oh my God. About 25 million. Ghana airport says, we don't recognize you. Who are you people? Where is this group? So we are from the electricity company. Oh, no, we don't know you. And after so much hustle, bustle, they decided to pay 1 million. 1 out of 49. Electricity company got angry, came and disconnected a major part of all the airports. You know, we have Terminal 1, Terminal 2, Terminal 3. I think now they have it up to Terminal Million. They put off the electricity and the whole place went into total darkness. Hallelujah. Hey, if you have an airport that can go into darkness, Boko Haram would love the name of this airport. An airport that can go into total darkness. Hey, the airport is not even in darkness and people are stealing. Let alone when it goes into darkness. It's a big shame to you. Big shame. You came and inherited an airport that is bringing glory to the whole country. When we travel around the world and see other airports, we marvel at how this airport was gifted to us like that. But today you have turned the airport into Kaniafui. You have turned the airport into the arena of Dumso. You have turned the arena into a playground for terrorists. After all, your health minister is so interested in doing business with terrorists. If you can go and employ and give Ghana's money to Al Maktoum and the rest who the FBI want. In their wanted list, we see all these things, but Ghana is so criminal-minded that as long as we can get it quickly, it doesn't matter who gives it to us. They could be terrorists. They could have killed 1 trillion people. It doesn't matter to us. Can they deliver? Then we take it and give money for them to continue firing their ambitions of terrorism. Ghana airport is a big shame. It's a big shame. Imagine a plane was landing at a time that there was Dumso. We hear that, okay, the runways still had electricity by the kind courtesy of the electricity company of Ghana. Please, watch out some of these things because it is so embarrassing that a country that prides itself in the fact that they have gold, that they have diamond, They have leaders who have brains, that they speak the best of English in the whole world. Your airport is now a playground for dumso, a playground for terrorists. To God be the glory. My brother, my sister, this is the Black Port, aka Kukushudubo, where we speak truth to power. Now I want to look at another interesting thing that I like so much. You know the second lady, right? We have a first lady and a second lady, SAMIRA BAWUMIA. Oh, what an eloquently speaking woman. SAMIRA BAWUMIA is one of the most beautiful second ladies we have had in a very long time. Right? She says that there is no constituency in Ghana that has not been touched with development by Nana Akufo-Addo. Oh my God. I hear the Fulani people in the north are looking for her. The Fulani people in the north are looking for her. The Fulani people and some other people who drink water with animals. That the people in the north where she claims to come from, my brother, my sister, who have to wade through so much water in order to get to schools that have no roofs. It hurts me that a beautiful woman who is touted to have brains will say these foolish things. We see photographs. We go to the locations and the settings, and we see how children lie down on the bare floor, being beaten by soldier ants, police ants, fire service ants. They are also beaten, my brother, my day, night and day by inspector ants. Bees are flying all over the place. Snakes have become their friends. All because of education, for no fault of theirs. My brother, my sister, I look at some of these things and water comes down my eyes. The first lady hasn't spoken. Second lady is a parrot. Back, 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 all over the place. During the election, we saw how she went around parroting her mouth all over the place. We thought that the parroting would have subsided, but it's still going on, singing praises to a president who has no clue. Well, we hear that the hospital at La General Hospital, they've started building it. We are happy to hear that. Is that a development that SAMIRA BAWUMIA is saying every constituency in Ghana has been touched with development by Nana Akufo-Addo? It's so shameful at this point for us to be labaing about the fact that, my brother, my sister, development is reaching us when we know they are borrowing so much money and doing absolutely nothing with the money. When we know members of their party who are throwing around money all over the place. Akosua Fremau Pari. Look how she's moving around throwing money. We all heard Kennedy Japan say how much money she gave out to an MP who is not happy to be part of the party. Now we heard there was another funeral just recently where she went and threw money again. So what are you guys telling us? That truly there is money in the country, but the problem is that we are not smart and wise enough to find the money. It's only people in government who have the money. It's only people who are affiliated to this government that have money. It is only people, my brother, my sister, who want to bootlick these guys in power who have the money. How do you tell me that every constituency in Ghana has tasted development from the hands of Nana Akufo-Addo? A man who pulled down hospitals and promised to build them back. We are still waiting for him to bring his promise to fruition. A man who goes around cutting sword like Napoleon Bonaparte. At the end of the day, he might die and go several years back before they even plant a single flower in there. A man who promised God a whole cathedral, yet he could lie to God, the God that he said brought him into power. That cathedral is still in limbo. They pulled down the houses of judges paid for by the taxpayer to build something they now claim is voluntary. My brother, is this development? Is flying around the world begging development? Is having the chairman WONTUMI'S throw away largesse, money all over the place? Is that what is called development? Free SHS, his flagship program. What has become of it? The people of Ghana say they don't even want it anymore because it's nothing but treachery and falsehood. People go to school now in batches, in tiers, tier 1, tier 2. In my days, you will go to school for first term, second term, and third term, full time. Some schools run shifts. Morning shift, afternoon shift. That was the worst we saw until Nana Akufo-Addo came with his tier system. And now, education has become a non-entity in this country. Professors and university lecturers have turned the universities of Ghana into porn hubs. If you have big buttocks, you will get the best grade. If you have big boobs, you will get the best grade. But let a very brilliant student go to the university there, plain like a pencil. There's nothing, no back, no front. You can be as brilliant as Angel Gabriel. You will come home with Jiko Didi. Nothing. People work so hard in these schools, but the only way they can get into the lecturer's heart is big buttocks and big boobs. Is that a development? People who work so hard in Ghana are those who do not make the money at all. The lazy ones who just sit home and grow fat in some places, or take injections and grow fat in some places, are those that are making. Is that a development? SAMIRA, I am so disappointed in you. So disappointed. What is development? Morally, what's the moral fiber of the society in Nana Akufo-Addo's regime? Or for you, development is promises and lying. For you, development is all about cutting sword. Are you a Chinese man? In your dictionary, development is all about promises, right? How about the morality of the people? Have you dealt with that? Moral education you are cancelling in the schools. Propaganda all over the place. Fighting your enemies using your so-called free SHS. Nkrumah was a dictator. Other people like Juju and so on and so forth. Because you want to fight other people and fight Nkrumah. That's development, right? That's development. Morality, the moral fiber, common courtesy for boys and girls is a problem in this country. You go to China, you go to Japan, school children stand by the roadside. All cars will stop for school children to pass. You see school children showing so much respect for their nation. Patriotism is flying all over the place. You come to Ghana, and when you enter this space, social media alone is enough to tell you how much garbage we have in our brains. Everybody is frustrated, and the only way they can vent their frustrated spleen on people is to go on social media and insult people who are older than their great-grandfathers. Insult people who have achieved everything and they have achieved nothing. How can you build a nation that has no morals. How do you build a nation with morals? Leadership by example, my brethren. You can have a pot-bellied president wearing an oversized suit, flying all over the place and eating white people's food and drinking Chinese drinks all over the place. And people are dying in the ghettos. Mothers are sick, dying night and day, brethren. And he doesn't care. Then you tell me the man is developing the country. You can have thieves in government, stealing all over the place, and you still come to the people and say, pay tax. Are you mad? A man who comes to tell us, oh, if you don't pay e-levy, we cannot develop this country. We will go back to IMF and beg. Even with us paying all the taxes, you are still going to IMF and begging. You have reduced this country into a begging state. You have reduced this country into a nation of chances. I know you want me to explain. Somebody will not understand this until he smokes in Tampi tomorrow morning. Hear me. Everywhere you go, people are betting. Lotteries increasing. It's so much of a bitter country that there are more bitters in this country than food. Kweku Anansi bitters. Kweku Menu bitters. Hey, Kwame Nkrumah bitters. Nana Addo bitters. There are more bitters in this country than food. You can easily find bitters on the streets more than you can find kelewele. Why? Why? We are bitter, so we should go around selling bitters. A nation that is built on the bedrock of chances is nothing but a country of cards. And these cards, they will crumble and fall. And it's sad, brethren. How can you build your nation on chances? People tell you that if they don't stick lotto, or if they don't go to a certain prophet to pray for them, for some money to come from heaven like manna, they have no other chance. When in other countries, people are banking their hopes on statistics and science. Hallelujah. Statistics and science, brethren. People are looking at how they can fly to the moon. People are looking at how they can statistically analyze their lives and move into a scientific destiny, not a destiny of spirits and angels and demons. Brethren, what is happening to us? We all need to open our eyes and watch all these liars and thieves who come to tell us that they are developing us when they are actually burying us. You are burying us. You are not developing us. What is development without developing upstairs? We meet old men and old women and we treat them as if they were our servants at home. A nation that has no respect for those who came before them, kept the gate before them, is a nation of wolves and leopards. They devour anything as long as they are hungry. BAWUMIA'S wife. We all remember how your husband connived with the pot-bellied president, oversized suit wearing president, lasagna eating president, my brother, jet flying president, to steal the taxpayers' money and give to you and his wife. And Ghanaians came out and said, no. What are they doing? Now I understand why the president wanted to pay you from the taxpayers' money for propaganda and praise singing. You will come and praise. You will come and sing. You come and do all these things. That is how come you were going to get paid for that. But we know that, yes, we didn't allow you to get that cheap money. You guys will still find a way of pleasing yourselves. Please yourselves. My brother, my sister, this is the Black Pot, a.k.a. Kukushunamo, where we speak truth to power. And remember, we normally don't like to criticize, but if we must criticize, we will only criticize to build. You see, asempano yen tu sebi, anaya nukreno, Yentu sebi. When it comes to the truth, you do not need to embellish that. This is the truth. And we are speaking it to power. Now I want to look at something of interest as I close. And I have themed it budget for propaganda. Hey, budget for propaganda. What is that? Let me start locally. Do you know that we pay people to talk in Ghana more than to think? We are ready to give you money to talk garbage than to give you money to think. That is why some people are flying to the moon and we are digging graves to bury our enemies. We pay people to talk. That's why people like Abronye are still around. Abronye, gutter mouth, Abronye. All peace is mouth and all you hear is gutter. No common sense. That is why you see all these guys who come from the village with no education. Instead of putting them in free HSS, you put them in big mansions and give them money to come and talk garbage. Chama want to me. It's an insult to me as an educated guy. Hard working, my brother. I work penniless. Garbage people like WONTUMI'S, Abronye, and those people, they are those who make the money because you give them money to talk stupid things. I hate you. Yes, I hate a government that will not build up the people. They have a budget for propaganda. But how did they learn that from? Where did they get that idea from? It started from the West. The West spends millions. The European Union alone spends over 600 million euros to do propaganda in Africa. Hey, you want to hear it again? I say the European Union spends over 600 million euros to do propaganda in Africa. What is propaganda? Let them believe the lies. Tell them the lies over and over so that they will believe in those lies. How did they do it? Why is it important? In the days of slavery, they came with their Bible and told you that, hey, this is holy. We look like the Jesus we are preaching to you. When you see us, you see that Jesus. When you are going to the church and you see us, go back home because you have seen Jesus. My brother, my sister, hear me now. With that Bible, they told us that when they slap us here, we should turn the other side and they will slap again. Pwah! They told us that, hey, that we were the slaves and we were cursed. And that because we were slaves, they could kill us if we disobeyed them and we would go to heaven for free. We agreed. So every time, yes, sir, master. Yes, sir, master. Yes, sir, master. Was what we're doing. Propaganda is so powerful that you don't need a gun. You don't need a bomb to be able to control a people. As long as you control their thinking, hey, you control their thinking, you control their everything. Get a few madmen and put them in charge of sane people. They will ransack them right now. Because when the madman is acting, he has no sense. He kills his mother, his children, he kills everybody. But sane people will try to protect themselves. The West spends, Europe, over 600 million a year. Euro to push garbage to us in Africa. Hey, African leaders, the terrible ones, like Buhari, like Nana Akufo-Addo, like that guy, Paul Biya, like that guy, Mbasogo Nguema Teodoro, whatever his name is, right there inside Guinea. Those guys, all people who don't want to leave power for young, brainy people. They don't care spending so much money on propaganda. And when the West comes, but the West comes to do propaganda in a nice way that will benefit them. Look, Africa has a population of close to 1.4 trillion. I beg your pardon, billion. 1.4 billion. China is more populated than the whole of Africa. Hallelujah. Hey, somebody won't understand this until he drinks cocoa and masa tomorrow. I'm saying that Africa is populated. Yes, our population. Hey, listen. Our population is about 1.4 billion. China is 1.4567. 1.7 billion. China is more populated than Africa. Yet, if you put Europe, you put America, and you put some other countries, they will all fit in Africa. Africa is bigger than all these people. So if you have a bigger space like Africa, and your population is even less than the population of China, it means China needs homes. China is looking for places because they are overpopulated. India is overpopulated. They are looking for places where they can hide. But are they looking for just any place? Don't make a mistake. They are looking for places where they can find gold, where they can find diamond, where they can find natural resources, including good, unpolluted environments. And that's right here in Africa. So they will spend money to recolonize you. Locally, you are being recolonized domestically. And internationally, these hounded dogs are still coming after you long after independence. Are you crazy? Whatever you eat and drink from the media, be careful. Whatever you eat and drink from the media, think. The media is terrible. Choose carefully where you eat. In Africa, we don't eat from our own kitchen. We eat from the white man's kitchen. So he serves us with what he wants. He gives us the information that he wants us to have. And he keeps the one that will benefit him to himself. My brother, my sister, think seriously about this. I am most excited to be with you. Most excited to come your way again. I am saying, as I close, Africa is a beautiful continent. Africa, Jesus, is a wonderful continent. Africa is bigger than China. Africa is bigger than Europe. Africa, oh Jesus have mercy. Bigger than the US. So you can put US, China, and Europe all in Africa and there will still be space. Yet our population is smaller than the population of China alone. Let me let the cat out of the bag soon. In fact, when there's too much water in the dam or the river, what does it do? It bursts the bank. And when it bursts, the water must find wherever it can go. Soon, their banks will burst and they will be coming down here. It's time to strengthen ourselves. It's time to be able to be united. It's time to build our people resourcefully. Morals, rather than building KVIPs, building boreholes when the people are still stupid. What is KVIP to a fool? What is the hospital to a fool? Wisdom is everything to a fool. Let us build it. And that way, we shall have a better country. My name is Blakk Rasta. It's been the Black Pot, a.k.a. Kukushunuma. Remember, we are live on Pan-African TV, Ghana Web TV, also live on Loud Silence TV. We are also on YouTube, live, and our Facebook page as well. We are Black Empire Media. Our Black is B-L-A-K-K. Black Empire Media, where we speak truth to power. The name, Blakk Rasta. More fire!
BAWUM!